And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you from Westlake Village, California. Happy Wednesday. It is 2/2/22. That's a lot of twos. Okay, let's jump right into that price action. We've got plenty to talk about today on the short-term time frames and what it means for the resolution of the range and really what that means for the next 2 weeks to come. And we could be looking at a move up towards, I'd say, 43 to 44,000 if we resolve this range to the upside and to the downside. We could get another nice little sweep of the lows. And so I'm going to pull this up on an hourly. We're going to talk about validation and invalidation points as well. And what I would say here is on the hourly, let's take a look. So we are getting a bit of a death cross on our yellow 21 and green 55. And typically when you see volatility increasing as we get the cross, you're usually going to come back and test this area. I do like this though. We got higher lows and higher highs coming through on the hourly time frame. And actually, in fact, I would say as long as we are holding 4 hours above this potential low, I am looking for this to kind of move onwards and upwards. However, that would be my invalidation point right here at 37,000. Any kind of a 4-hour closure back below 37,000. And I would be looking for this one to make a quick move down to 35.5 with a small bounce there and continuation on to the bottom side of the range at probably about 33 to 34,000. Okay. And now if we do resolve that to the upside, really easy. Again, a ascending triangle like that, typically to break out at the 75% region or 75% full. And that would get you the measure move up to 42,300, which is kind of our last breakdown area right there. And yep, let's take a look at what are our Stokes doing on the 4-hour. Momentum is down, volatility is heading up, and we got the RSI getting kicked back into the bearish control zone, which is typically not the greatest sign. So we do have about 3 hours and 20 minutes, and it looks like this is just a bit of a backfill at the moment, which is completely fine. And really, I think, a lot of people were looking for this to break out right around here. I kind of was yesterday. However, we did not get any full body closures above this last lower high at this point at 39,200. And that's why we wait for closures on our higher term time frames like a 4-hour to get confirmation and resolution of that range. We are looking for a 4-hour closure back above 39,200. And this is just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trying to get everybody out of shake everybody out, right? Gets everybody bullish right there. Oh, dumps it in their face. Gets them bullish again, dumps it in their face. Bullish again, dumps it in their face. And the more touches you have to a trend line, right, the more likely it is to break. And I would consider this 1, 2, 3 touches almost. You could bring this down to the bottom side. No, I'm just going to leave it right there. But basically, we're grinding. If we can get any kind of a tick back above this last, I don't know if you'd call that a hammer or you'd call that, yeah, that looks like a hammer. And that is typically a reversal candle. And the volume is okay. Now we just want to see some follow through. Okay. With price action. And again, that's on our shorter term time frame. So yeah, any kind of a 4-hour closure back above there, 4-hour closure below there. And I'm looking for the measure move to get hit back down about 34,300. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the daily here, and I'll take these off. And the daily is looking a bit droopy as we speak, and it's just getting nailed off this 21. Volatility is decreasing, so that's okay. And we still have Stokes momentum to the upside. And yeah, I think Bitcoin's definitely going to need to pick itself up by its bootstraps here in the short term if we do want to see resolution to the upside. I'm just getting a little coffee. Not coffee, actually. I quit drinking coffee this week. Yerba mate tea. Next best thing to caffeine. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter video because I have a couple appointments to get to today. But the idea we've been kind of mulling over the past week again is this idea that, Bitcoin on the daily, we really need to see a daily closure back above this guy right here at 44,000, call it 44,500, or at least above that green 55 right there to get our first sign of kind of a reversal. It looks like we're nowhere near there. However, the stock market is picking itself up a little bit here, and I'm just going to bring us back on to, so we're talking about the daily. Anything below 44,000 is just going to be another lower high on the daily, and you don't want to fight the downtrend on the daily. It has not traditionally been a very good thing to do. So any kind of a closure back above there is going to be good. Any kind of a closure back, any kind of daily closure back below 33,000. And I would look for us to move to the bottom side of that blue box somewhere around 29,000. So that is on the board there. And then what we want to talk about is really the macro trend. And really what I talked about the other day is front running this signal here. And some would call this a signal, some not. I personally do it. But with any kind of a tick above the last weekly high, we're going to get a move up to that 9 exponential, which is slowly moving down here. They're currently at 43,000. And that is my meeting texting me that it is time for me to go. So I'm going to wrap up my thoughts here on Bitcoin and just say this. I do think we're going to get a little bit of a bounce because the stock market, look at this V bottom recovery here. That's what a V bottom looks like, and even looks stronger on the S&P. Why is that? Well, we still got higher lows on the S&P 500, and this thing is just being a beast. And I would say I'm going to make a bold call. S&P is going to make new all-time highs this month based on what's going on here, and the fact that this market is just the market that never goes down, right? We already hit our target, the green 55. That's completely fine. So if S&P wants to make new all-time highs, I would definitely say that'd be in line with Bitcoin heading up to that $44,000, $43,000 to $44,000 region. And the other thing we talked about is open interest, right? A big domineering factor here is open interest, which open interest is coming in at, let's see. Oh, I'm going to have to sign back in my account. There's my personal email again. Don't tell anybody. Okay. But open interest is currently sitting at about 10.6 billion. And if open interest wants to come up back above 13 billion and the daily and Bitcoin wants to put in another lower high on the daily time frame, anywhere below that $44,000 region, that's going to be a big indicator that this market is going to get slacked. So we'll keep an eye on open interest, lower highs, and then again, short-term resolution of the range here, above this guy right there. We're looking at a nice move, probably back up to the top side of the range around 44,000 or 43,000. Below there, below 33 is going to look nasty and probably hits the bottom side of the range. All right, I'm going to leave it off there for today. By the way, Gary, you won the drawing. We did the drawing. Everybody who entered the contest for the $100 in free Bitcoin, congratulations. Thank you. And I did want to let Gary specifically know you'll be getting that $100 in free Bitcoin. All right. Look forward to hearing from you guys and hope you have a blessed day.